Welcome back to Educator.com. This next lesson is on dividing integers. Now, if you remember the previous lesson on multiplying integers, the rule was to multiply the numbers together to find the product and determine if the product is going to be a positive or negative, right? And remember that if only one of the numbers were negative, then the product was going to be negative. If you have two negative numbers, then the product was going to be positive. The same rule applies when you divide integers. Okay, the only difference is that you have to divide the numbers instead of multiply them, right? So when you divide integers, you're going to divide the numbers, and you're going to apply the same rule as when you multiply integers. Okay, so if only one number is negative, then the quotient is going to be negative. If both numbers are negative, then the quotient is going to be positive. So let's just do a few examples. The first problem, -9 divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now again, if we have one negative sign, then my answer, my quotient becomes a negative. If I have 2, positive. This one right here, 14 divided by 2, ignoring the negative, is going to be 7. Don't forget to go back to the negatives though. Okay, you can look at the negative signs as you do the problem too, or you can just divide it and then go back and look at, okay, how many negative signs do I have? So in this case, I only have 1. That's going to make that a negative. Okay, so it's a -7. 14 divided by -2 is -7. 49 divided by 7 is 7. Okay, I don't have any negatives, negative signs, so it's just positive. -40 divided by -8. I have 2 negatives, which means that my answer, my quotient, is going to be a positive. And then 40 divided by 8 is 5. Okay, so my answer is positive 5. -90 divided by -10. Again, I have 2 negatives. That's going to make my answer a positive. 90 divided by 10 is 9. Now you can also look at these problems this way. If I have it written like this, -90 divided by -10, even though it looks like a fraction, this can also be a negative, or I'm sorry, divided by. So it's -90 divided by -10, and you're going to get the same answer, positive 9. Okay? So if the problem is written like this or like this, it's still going to be a positive 9. 55 divided by -5. I have one negative sign, which gives me a negative answer of 11. Okay? So 55 divided by -5 is -11. Okay, the next couple of examples, -99 divided by 11. Again, we have one negative, right? So if I have one negative here, then that's going to make my answer a negative. And then 99 divided by 11 is 9. So -99 divided by 11 is -9. Okay, this next problem, I have a few things to solve out. Remember, order of operations, I must solve out my parentheses first. So I'm going to solve this out first. -40 minus 4. Since I'm subtracting integers here, I want to change my minus sign to a plus sign, my subtraction problem to an addition problem. And I do that by using the 2- rule. If you don't remember how to do this, you can go back and review over that lesson. -40 minus 4, the first dash will be to make that a plus, because that's the whole point, right? And then make that a negative. So this will be -40 plus -4. They have the same sign. This is a negative and this is a negative. So I just add the two numbers together, which is 44, and give it the same sign. So -40 plus -4 is going to be -44. Okay. And then I have another parentheses that I have to solve out before I divide. So -85 plus 96, their signs are different. Now I don't have to apply the 2- rule for this one because this problem right here was a minus problem, so that's the only time you're going to use that rule. This is already a plus, so I can just add them straight from here. This is a negative number and this is a positive number. They have different signs, so you're going to find the difference of their absolute values. The absolute value of negative 85 is 85, and the absolute value of 96 is 96. To find the difference between the two numbers, you're going to get 11. And 96 is the number with the greater absolute value. So you're going to look at that sign, which is a positive, and then give that sign to the answer. So negative 44 divided by negative or positive 11. Now I can go ahead and divide. So negative 44 divided by positive 11. I have a negative here and I have a positive here. I have one negative. So my answer, my quotient is going to be a negative, and then 44 divided by 11 is 4. Okay? So make sure when you solve a problem like this, you have to solve within the parentheses first, and then you divide. Okay? And then one negative is going to make your answer negative. Two negatives is going to make your answer positive. And this rule applies for when you multiply integers and when you divide integers. Okay, not when you add and subtract. The rules are very different. Okay, so that's it for this lesson on dividing integers. Thank you for watching Educator.com.